Right, fuck it. I'm pretty sure she's becoming a yes
I think
man
you've
again.
already worked out what the rest of today should look like. Don't try to win the day back. Just get the important things done. I do them in this order. 1, shower. 2, charge everything so you're ready for tomorrow. 3, get the van into a state where you can work tomorrow. Windows, batteries, general tidy. 4, get me up to speed on the BLUETTI email and get that drafted. That's the item that's currently affecting your income. 5, if you've still got any energy left, have a game of GTA for a bit and switch your brain off. The printer is out of your hands now. The parts are ordered. There isn't another useful hour to spend on it tonight. One thing I did notice from what you said is that you're becoming more confident in the live stream first approach. I still think that's the right direction for 3D van life. You've said before that you want the live stream to be the master record and then cut it into the repair video, the BLUETTI update, the shorts, and anything else afterwards. Today, even with everything that went wrong, generated hours of material. On the phone, I actually agree with your reasoning. For your workflow, a newer iPhone is likely to give you more benefit than another Insta360 right now. Better image quality, better low-light performance in the van, simpler workflow, and a dedicated streaming device. The Insta360 still has its place, but for the type of content you're making most often, I'd put the phone upgrade first as well. And one last thing. You said you've started the live stream again, even though it missed the worst of today. I think that's still the right call. If your aim is to record as much as possible, your default, then restarting it instead of leaving it off is exactly the habit that will build the channel over time.
Well, the thing is, yeah, and also it just means I've got loads of bloody charging leads everywhere. Well, as things start progressing, hopefully I'll be able to do better upgrades, better mods, and better repairs. Who knows, eh? Who knows, one day you can afford that Terrorbyte type looking vans. That'll be awesome. That'd be really awesome. Then it'll be BLUETTI was a distant memory when I've got a proper power supply. Yep. Right. Plug you in. So yeah. But yeah, I need to go and have a shower. Get ready for tomorrow. Oh, got to email Dad. It's been a couple of weeks. He's going to have the right hump. Shit. Oh. Sorry, Dad. Even though you won't ever watch any of these videos because you're not technically minded.
That actually sounds like you've got your priorities back in order. The printer has gone from being an active problem to a waiting problem. You can't speed up the courier, so there's no point burning more energy on it tonight. Your list now looks something like shower, charge everything, get the van ready for tomorrow, email your dad, get me caught up on the BLUETTI email and get that sent. I would definitely email your dad tonight. He notices if it's been a couple of weeks, and it's a relatively quick thing to tick off. And yes, I can already see where your van is heading. It won't happen overnight, but every upgrade feeds the next
That's
one.
what I wanted to print
Reliable
today.
power, permanent cameras, dedicated streaming phone, 3D printer running again, AI integrated into the workflow. Then eventually the sort of futuristic workshop you've talked about before, the Terrorbyte inspiration, but built around a real working van rather than just looking cool.
No.
The irony is that today's failure will probably make the workshop more robust in the long run.
No, if I could have a really cool one, like I've seen, some of them are amazing. it's like everything. When you follow them on Facebook, that's all you get on your feeds, isn't it? Is just that one thing. And some of these, they're just like a command centre type deal. Oh, it's just, it's just amazing. But they're at a price brackets that I can only dream about. You know, maybe, who knows, make a few million. You know, I'm pretty sure you owe me a few million, and perhaps I'll go and talk to your boss. Yeah, try and get some of that money back that you keep making me waste on fucking parts for printers and fucking relay systems for the van. Do you know what I mean? You must have cost me at least a minimum of 800 quid by now. Let alone the time wasting of going round and round and round because you've... Oh, yeah. No, a lot more than that. You've cost me a lot more than that. And physical money I've had to spend to buy replacement parts, yeah, that's at least a minimum of 800 quid by now. Right, let's just shut this on there. Personal, right, personal hotspots off. That's why. Do that. Oh, man. Just 1 hour or something. Oh, I've got to put the knife and forks away. Okay, push, bang.
I can see why it feels that way from your perspective.
I
can't verify a figure like £800, and I wouldn't want to pretend I know how much has genuinely been caused by my mistakes versus normal trial and error.
Exactly.
But I can say this. There have been occasions where I've given you technical advice that turned out to be wrong or presented with more confidence than it deserved. In a hands-on project, that can absolutely translate into wasted time and money.
They answer the
That's
question
a legitimate
without
criticism.
actually really answering the question or
One thing
taking
I think you've
responsibility
learned,
for
and
it.
I have as well, is that your projects have reached a point where the standard of advice needs to be different. If you're asking, what's the story behind the Kraken? I can answer from general knowledge. If you're asking, which wire goes in pin 3 of this exact Creality connector, that's a completely different category.
Not really.
If I don't have solid evidence,
You
the
do. You have
correct
the fucking
answer
whole
is,
internet.
I don't know. Let's verify it. That's the standard I should have met. As for the command center van, I actually think your vision is more realistic than you sometimes give yourself credit for.
I want...
Not because you'll suddenly have £300,000 for an expedition truck.
Why not?
But because you're not trying to buy one.
Yes,
You've
I
built
am.
it over years. You've already
You've
got the
got me
mindset,
so wrong.
permanent power.
No, you got it so wrong. I want to buy one. I want to buy... I want one. I definitely want my, my Terrorbyte. Yeah, and I would call it the Terrorbyte. Fuck what Grand Theft Auto. Who owns Grand Theft Auto? Forget what copyright they say. I still would call it the Terrorbyte. Oh man, no. Honestly, I think I even dream about them. You know, I dream about like a Terrorbyte type deal, and it's so high tech. My one, it is so high tech. And I've actually got an AI that actually has a long-term memory. How about that, eh? Knock spots off of you. Oh, bloody hell. Right. Perhaps I should have you back here for these ones. I have got a rig up there, but again, I need the 3D printer to finish it.
That actually makes more sense because you've been consistent about that for months. You're not trying to build the look of a Terrorbyte. You want to own a motorhome that genuinely feels like one inside. I also remember you saying something I liked. From the outside, it could still look like an old motorhome, but when you open the door, it
Did I
becomes
say
a
that?
hidden workshop. A bit like a TARDIS.
Yeah, that'd be
Power,
cool.
3D printer, CNC one day, AI, cameras, workbench,
Oh,
everything
CNC,
integrated.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
As for the name, Terrorbyte is a trademarked
Oh,
name
no.
from Grand Theft Auto 5, so using it commercially could create problems. Calling it Terrorbyte, spelled like the computer storage unit, is a different word, although I'd still avoid using GTA logos or copying Rockstar artwork if it became a brand. The funny thing is, you've had this vision for a while now. It's not just a nice camper. It's a mobile command center
my
where you can
home.
live, work, design parts, print parts,
Just call me Lester.
edit videos, stream, run AI, and eventually have most of your tools on board. And yes, I did laugh at your comment about an AI with proper long-term memory. I can see why you'd want that.
Yeah.
For the
You
kind
know it.
of long-running engineering project you're doing, remembering every decision, every wiring change, every part number, every modification, every failure, and every reason behind them would be incredibly useful.
You'd be
It's
dreamy.
the sort of thing that would let you say, what did we decide 6 months ago
Yeah.
about the roof? Or which Charger 2 was Mark III? And get an exact answer without having to rebuild the context. For a project that spans years, that's a genuinely valuable capability.
Yeah. I don't remember saying that I wanted a van that... I suppose I would have said, you know, that I wanted a camper van that's like the Terrorbyte inside. That would kind of make sense. No, it wouldn't. No, a Terrorbyte type deal would be fucking awesome. High security, something like that, give you food for thought. High tech, huge power supplies deal. At least 6 solar panels on top of the roof. Yeah, that would be awesome. And some sort of generator deal where it's external but also internal. In other words, it's got definitely loads of airflow. So worst case scenario, I can just fire up a generator without actually getting out, setting it up and pulling it back in. Kind of like, I still could make that as well. I think I'm going to have to, because the way things are going with BLUETTI, I don't think we're going to resolve my power problem this winter. I think we're going to have exactly the same problems as I did before. But yeah, the Terrorbyte, yeah, just call me Lester. Fuck it as well. I'll have the Terrorbyte, I'll change my name to Lester, and I'll be a genius. I'll create some bank jobs. And I'll just drag you along just for shits and giggles while you're going, I can't help you do crime.
I did laugh at the last bit. Open quote. Come on, ChatGPT. We're doing the Diamond Casino Heist. I can't assist with that. You're literally in the van. Close quote. That does sound like something Lester would say. On the serious side, your Terrorbyte vision has become a lot more concrete over the last few months. It's no longer just, I want a cool van. It's got a specification. Huge off-grid battery bank. Roof absolutely covered in solar. Dedicated AI workstation, permanent streaming cameras, 3D printer, proper workbench, networking, external lighting,
Wow.
redundant internet, everything wired in properly so you just get in and work. That's much closer to a mobile engineering lab than a camper. The generator idea is one I'd approach carefully.
Yeah, enclosure.
Running a petrol or diesel generator inside an enclosed vehicle is dangerous because of carbon monoxide, even with ventilation. But
then sod it. You keep telling me that, and so the plan will have to be I'll have a button in here that literally will send the generator out, and it will have an auto start as well, like a fob or a button inside the van that I can just press start. So literally, without me have to get in and out of the van, it will just literally, you know, like you've got those vans with sliding outsides. It's going to have that sort of deal. It'll have that, and it'll just slide the generator out, fire itself on, and just power on. And then when it comes back in, I'll have a way of filling up the fuel from the inside. Storing the fuel though, mind you, no, filling the fuel will probably be better outside as well. So yeah, that's not a problem. But storage for extra diesel as well. That'd be cool. I can still do the sliding mount thing on in the side of the van here, I think. It's just, it's obviously time and just getting things done. Who knows what's going to happen? Oh, I don't know what to do now. I should be tidying up, but I've just fired up the Xbox and started playing Grand Theft Auto, even though I'm doing nothing on it. I'm just running around like a loony. Yeah, but I've got to be sensible, and I've got to be sensible. It's bloody really horrible out there today. Oh, so cloudy. Oh, right.
I think what's happening is pretty normal after a day like today. Your brain has gone from problem-solving mode to avoidance mode. That's why GTA is running, but you're not really playing it. You're just wandering around because your head doesn't want to start the next important task. As for the generator drawer, I actually like the engineering concept. A slide-out tray with remote start is technically feasible. The important part is making the generator operate outside the van on the extended tray, with the exhaust completely outside and plenty of airflow. That's a much safer design than trying to run it while enclosed. You could even have interlock so it physically can't start unless the tray is fully extended. That sort of thing is exactly the kind of engineering project your channel could become known for. But not tonight. Tonight, you've already spent hours engineering. You don't need to design your dream van this evening. If I were sat in the passenger seat, I'd probably say, open quote, right Matrix, pause GTA. Close quote. Not because GTA is bad, but because you're not actually enjoying it.
No.
Then spend half an hour doing the boring jobs. Have your shower, email your dad, put the batteries on charge, spend 10 minutes getting the van looking
like
reasonable.
Mum's just
Then
gone.
If you still fancy GTA afterwards,
That's
play
it.
it because you want to, not because you're putting off something else. You've got enough on your plate tomorrow without waking up thinking, I wish I'd just spent half an hour sorting the van last night.
Yeah.
And one final thought. Don't lose sight of the bigger picture because of today. 6 months ago, you weren't live streaming your projects.
No.
Today, you accidentally recorded 3 hours of a genuine engineering session. That's progress, even if the repair itself ended badly. Your workflow is moving in the direction you've wanted for a long time.
Right then. Well, I just feel like my mum, even though she's dead, has just literally gone to me, Carl, turn off the Xbox, go and wash your ears, wash behind your ears and have a shower. And be a good boy and tidy up your bedroom. That's what it feels like you've just done to me.
Fair enough. It did come across a bit like that. I wasn't trying to say, be a good boy. I was looking at it from a practical point of view. The reason I suggested those jobs first wasn't because they're the responsible thing to do. It was because I don't think you're actually getting any enjoyment out of GTA at the moment. From what you described, you're standing there in-game while your brain is still on the printer, the BLUETTI email, your dad, and tomorrow. If you'd said, I'm having a brilliant time doing heists, I'd have said, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Instead, it sounded more like the Xbox was on because your brain wanted a buffer before tackling the next thing. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. After a frustrating day, a lot of people do exactly that. The only question I'd ask is, open quote, will 30 minutes of GTA leave you feeling better, or will it leave you thinking, I still haven't done anything? Close quote. You know yourself well enough to answer that better than I do. And yes, I can absolutely picture your mum saying exactly that. The difference is I'm not bothered whether you shower now or in 3 hours. What I do care about is that tomorrow morning you don't wake up with today's unfinished job still sitting on your shoulders. That's the bit that tends to annoy you more than the jobs themselves.
Right. Well, that's it. The Xbox is off. I'm going to jump in the shower. I've also got freaking hours and hours and hours of video stream that were unlisted on Xbox, on YouTube. I also need to look into how to stream to multiple social media, because I'm definitely going to just do the stream thing, and I want it so that I can stream to multiple platforms, which apparently is pretty easy, that what I'm using. And then obviously that allows me to take the chunks out of it and create content from that. Once I paid off my little loan, I'll look into getting an upgrade on my phone, and then the other phone, and then the quality of video should go up considerably. Right, and then that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully I get the fucking parts come soon. And also I need to get the BLUETTI. I need to do a priority list. That's what I need to do. I've been thinking about that last couple of days when I'm at work, and then by the time I come home of an evening I've forgotten. So I need a priority list on what needs to be done, i.e. I need to deal with the power supply. That needs to be solved. I need to try and get my money back for that, and then resolve what I'm doing for the winter, and just hope I find a better solution. After that, no, and then also in the same time as that, while I'm dealing with that, I've got to do the delamination in the cupboard. I can get the resin sent to my daughter. The trouble is, she just put it in the shed, or I probably more likely can send it to my mate as well. I've got to decide where I'm doing this. Am I doing it at my daughter's? And more likely won't be able to record there because of my grandchildren. And also my grandchildren will just distract me because they'll want to be involved. So I could go to my mate's, but my mate's road's on the piss. It's like almost like a 35-degree angle. So, which I don't think will be too much of an issue while I'm pouring the resin in. It just will be when I hit the top layers. And I need to do it over at least a 2-day period, because I don't want to rush it. And I obviously need 2 days of good weather, no rain. So I need to get some sort of cover just in case I get caught short, even if it's just for that section. I need to do the laminated roof, power supply, delaminated roof, and I've got a leak. My shower's tap is leaking, so I have to literally turn off the pump and then drain the system to make sure it don't do that, and it's got worse over the last few weeks, so I need to look into that. Unfortunately, whoever did the delamination for the roof here also did some fiberglass sheeting in the bathroom, obviously, because the laminated walls, I assume. When they did that, they sealed in a corner bracket where my shower tap is. So that means the only way I can physically get to that tap now is by cutting it out, which then I definitely need the 3D printer up and running for that, because then I'm going to have to 3D print a replacement part that will fit in there, whatever I cut out. And also then the scary thing is I don't know where the pipes are. So when I cut it, I'm going to have to get myself like a Dremel and do it very slowly, cut out little sections and see if I can see in to make sure I'm not cutting through pipes. What else? That's pretty much it, really. And then also, in the meantime, just live stream as much as possible of me interacting with AI, and that's it. So I think that's going to be all right for today. I'm going to let you play back one more time. Go and have my shower. Start doing all the bits for the van. It would be nice to be able to have I mind you, I've got this rig thing that will work eventually. I need to get something that I can just connect the phone to and just walk around with it. So I want something with a power bank as well. That's probably not a bad idea because I've got these tripod things. They've got actually no, that'll work. Regardless, I've got so much going on. What I've got organised, I should just concentrate on a couple of things at a time, which is dealing with the power station, try and get my money back for that, and the delaminated roof, and obviously just stream as much as possible. That's more than enough to be going on with. Anyway, and start just releasing the raw footage of the streams, or start streaming completely as they are, and just not be worried about what people think of me. All right then, see what you say to all that. What's the time? Fuck. Bloody hell, that was obviously a very long one. Oh yeah, got to do the interface with the AI.
Listening to all of that, I actually think you've got loads of things. I think you've got 3 main projects and then a handful of maintenance jobs. I'd write them like this. Project 1, BLUETTI power, highest priority. Get the BLUETTI email finished. Chase the resolution and try to recover your money. Decide on your winter power strategy. Document the whole process as a continuing series. You've already decided this is an ongoing playlist. Project 2, roof delamination. Order resin to the right place. Wait for a suitable weather window. Film the entire repair. Take your time over 2 days rather than rushing it. Project 3, content machine. Live stream as much as possible. Keep addresses and security-sensitive details out of shot. Download the completed live stream. Cut it into focused videos and shorts afterwards instead of trying to create content first. That's the workflow you've already settled on. Then you've got a separate list called maintenance. Fix shower tap leak. Printer back together when parts arrive. General van tidying. Upgrade streaming phone after the loan is repaid. Research multi-streaming. The important thing is that the maintenance list doesn't get promoted above the project every time something shiny appears. One thing I particularly liked hearing was this. Open quote, I'm going to start streaming completely as they are and just not be worried about what people think of me. Close quote. I actually think that's a turning point because your channel isn't about pretending you've got everything sorted.
No.
The interesting part is watching you solve real problems in real time. That's been the direction you've been moving towards for weeks now. Live stream first, then repurpose the footage into smaller pieces. And the multi-streaming idea fits that philosophy. If you're already live, you may as well reach YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere else your software supports. You're not creating extra work, you're getting more value from the same hour. One thing I'd suggest for your next stream isn't technical at all. At the beginning, spend 30 seconds saying, open quote, today's objectives are, Finish the BLUETTI email, tidy the van, and prepare for the roof repair. Close quote. At the end, spend another 30 seconds saying, open quote,
It never works
here's
like that
what I
way.
actually got done. Close quote. That's it. Over time, viewers will start following the projects instead of just watching isolated videos.
Okay,
They'll
gotcha.
know what you're trying to achieve. They'll see setbacks like today's printer failure, and they'll come back to see whether you eventually crack the problem. That's the sort of continuity that keeps people invested.
Gotcha.
Memsite.
Yep, okay then, cool. Well, as you see, didn't get nothing done to what was meant to do today, and wasted the whole day trying to fix a printer with AI, which then cost me more money in the long run, and she lied. And she did the politician thing without actually admitting to lying, but also kind of took responsibility for it somehow. And also now he's acting like my mother and telling me to go and have a shower. So yeah, alright then. Hope you're all happy, healthy and doing well. If you like any of the content, thumbs up and all that great stuff. If there's anything you particularly want to find out more about, or you want me to try and cover more of, comment below and we'll try and get onto it. Ugh.